Hi there, and welcome to a complete Pokédex look through of Pokémon Altair Sirius. For a brief overview of what this ROM hack entails, it's set 3 years after the Hoenn catastrophe, which has meteors falling from space and creating all sorts of Pokémon mutations and changes to the Pokémon, like you'll see Bakeko here. You play as Gordon or April, Kazuki and Midori in the Japanese versions, who follow in the footsteps of Brendan and May, and basically defeat the same two teams under a different name that are heralded by the two champions of the region. Wonder how that happened. I'm making this basically to show an updated Pokédex, because the videos I've seen are just scrolling through the Pokédex, but I actually wanted to show the Pokémon at their final evolutions, that I actually caught them, that I actually had to raise them myself. And something that I wanted to be proud of, but also so I can help other people, because I've seen a lot of questions like, where do I get Cleffa, where do I get Cycled, etc. So I wanted to make this as an informational video, but also something that I can look back on. So we're in Altamari to start, and we will just open the trainer card first, so you can see that, yes, I actually did get the Copper Color, the 2 stars, Hall of Fame debut, Link battles, etc. We'll scroll through the Pokédex really quick. And again, if you want to see what these actual descriptions are, like Vrasphere, you can look them all up online. There's wikias and all sorts of stuff for that, although they are semi-unmoderated, so good luck with that. Interestingly enough, Altair Sirius actually included version exclusives, so not only can you only get 1 starter per game, like in the case of these 3 starters, which you have to trade from Sirius, in my case, to do it legitimately, you know, without hacks or anything. But you also have to trade the version exclusives over. So, I'll let all these Pokemon cries play out. You can see that there's a mix of real Pokemon, so to speak, and fake Mon that they created just for Altair Sirius. Most of these Pokemon are at their evolution levels. Some are a little higher, and that's because I tried to raise a full team, and I ended up experience sharing everybody, which didn't go well, and then I was just taking away from the main guy. So if you're running these games, which are a significant boost up in difficulty, I would say, from a normal Pokemon game, I wouldn't say run a full team. Maybe run 2 or 3, although there are some people, if you grind a lot, you can get a full team up. Anywhere you see probably met, that's something I had to trade from Sirius, because there are Altair and Sirius version exclusives. But I tried to be as realistic as I could. Rotilla had to trade over. So you can actually catch all of these in their pre-evolutions in New Malville or whatever it says. For Hatama and Spelvin, they replaced Cast Form with a Weather Institute version exclusive, so no more weather Pokemon, I guess. You'll see a lot of Generation 4 Pokemon here, and that's because it was just at the time of Diamond and Pearl coming out. An interesting note is that they hadn't found the Reaper Cloth that makes Dusknoir happen, so It's in the next game, Pokemon Vega, but not in Sirius or Altair. Absol gets an evolution. Clefairy gets an evolution. A lot of these are self-explanatory. There are some later on that just people can't find or are harder to catch. Here it is. So Kinegasis and Unasis are from Cycle, which are found sort of on the second level of Meteor Falls, like area locked behind Surf and Waterfall. These are all three Safari Zone Trio music Pokemon. Clefable. We'll get to Clefable. The rest of these, they're just evolutions. You can go catch them. I actually had to catch a Feebas. The hacks don't work. Nothing works. You actually have to go catch a Feebas. They removed so many Pokemon, but they left Feebas and Milotic in. Alright. Gallade you have to get from specifically balancing attack and defense. Kyrgyzia is from happiness. And these are the fossil Pokemon. Our last few friends. Here's the Salamant stand-in. The first legendary of the game, this is Lilaps. This is the mascot of Pokemon Sirius. And here's the mascot of Pokemon Altair. And the mascot of Pokemon Vega. The Lotties are absolutely awful to catch, but if you get that far in the game, you can't miss them. And Asphere. Asphere has two forms. This is the Sirius form, sorry, the Altair form rather, but the Sirius form is an electric dragon Pokemon. I was wondering if I had to go through all of Sirius and catch it, but it turns out it's the same Pokemon. It just switches types when you transfer it to games, so I don't need to catch two, it's just that. Oh, and Ditto, okay. And here's Ditto, without a dex number, so it's commonly referred to as number 203. Here are the silly ones. So this is a Cleffa. All the other Pokemon in the game were made a lot easier to get because they were saying, oh, you don't have to trade them, they took a lot of trade evolutions out, but then they also added version exclusives, so I don't know what they were thinking. You may ask, well, why is this Cleffa so special? And it's because I was breeding Pokemon, Cleffa and Clefairy especially, and I couldn't breed Clefairy into anything other than Clefairy, or Clefable into Clefairy. And it turns out that the evolution line for Cleffa isn't set up correctly in these games. So how do I have a Cleffa, you ask? Well, this is actually a why not. Number 160 traded over from Emerald becomes Cleffa, because you can trade from the actual vanilla Pokemon Emerald, and the dex numbers are what determine what it actually is. For example, Karensid is actually just Swampert, which I think makes sense, but why not is a Cleffa. So this is the why not that you get up in Lava Ridge Town, meaning it's hatched at the right place. You can have it the same, but these are the wrong moves to start. These are moves of a why not. And you can see the ID is also different. All the IDs have either been one or the other. This is the Emerald ID. Here's the Liquiput you get because when you finish the dex, you're supposed to be able to pick up one of the Generation 2 starters. You can't. So it just gives you another starter you can have in the game. So technically, you don't need to trade to get all the starters in one game. You can get 2 in one game, but you have to get the other starters from the other game first. And here's a shiny Soul Rock that I found. This is actually a Snorunt if you transfer it over, so the more you know. That's about it. Thanks for sitting through this. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you learned something, or I could teach you something. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching.